Hey everyone, Noodle here. I have a very cool and very quick item review for you today. Thank you everyone who has been supporting my item reviews. I'm so glad you guys love them. Today I want to show you the coolest item we've gotten recently in the Atomic Shop. This popped up yesterday. Many of you were with us live to see it. Many of you were with us live to convince me to actually buy this thing for the demo. So I did. The item in question is, of course, the Deathclaw Slow Roaster. We saw this thing in a data mine a few weeks ago and we shared it with you. However, the data mine didn't give us a lot of information and some of the information was confusing. So lots of us still had questions. For instance, what does this thing actually produce? Does it actually have fire under it? Or is it a merge for the sake of a pretty picture? Well, since you guys convinced me to buy the thing and install it, I have experimented with it and I have come to certain conclusions. So let me show you what I discovered. First of all, this thing is enormous and it is ghastly and dramatic. This is quite a camp item. If for no other reason, get this because it looks like nothing else we've gotten before in the game. I mean, look at that pose. I don't know if he just fainted. Like the swooning Deathclaw. It's a little bit grotesque. It's not at all realistic. Like we talked on the show, that's not actually how you roast an animal.
Okay, so hey, I just want to make like a solid technical note here. If you're ever gonna cook any large animal on a spit, first of all, you need to dress it. Take its skin off and take out its guts, because I guarantee you if you just stab a spike through a creature like this and then put it up over a fire, what you are going to get out of it is not going to be delicious.
And I am happy to report that the fire comes with the setup. Yes, it looks 100% like the fire merge that I taught you guys in my fire merge videos that we all use with our standard campfire, but it actually comes with a setup. The fire is always burning. There's always black smoke coming out of it and coming through the corpse of the Deathclaw. OSCAPT, of course, had a field day with this fire, Bethesda being Bethesda. Everything is a reskin of a reskin of a reskin.
Pemmican or Pemmican on fire.
Wow, those lazy.
Or Pemmican on fire. Okay, this is going to be a fun stream.
It comes with a very nice horizontal mesh and 4 cinder blocks. So it's quite easy to place pretty much anywhere on a flat surface. I was fortunate enough to find an actual flat rock in my camp that I could place this on. But if you just want to place it on floor tiles, that will look perfectly fine as well. A fun question that we had during the live stream yesterday was, can we set up the Mirelurk steamer, which is a food collector as well, at the same time in the same camp as this Deathclaw Slow Roaster? And I am happy to report that yes, we can. I was so dead set against it. That thing is repulsive. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all about morbid and deathly things, and the Deathclaw looks really cool, but it's dead. It's a corpse that's being cooked. The Mirelurk is in there, moving. This thing gives me nightmares. I wanted nothing to do with it. Never wanted it in my camp, swore it off forever, but you guys really wanted to know if this is possible, so for you, I did it. And I set it up, and I am very happy to report that we can have them at the same time, and they can both collect their own separate resources. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, what do you actually get from these collectors? I set up both of these and I let them run for 2 hours while I was working on something else. And when I came back to them, this is what I discovered. Deathy here has given me Deathclaw Egg Omelette. You can see all the item stats in the middle of the screen. All of these foods are very useful to us and all are a bit problematic to actually craft on our own. So it's quite cool that this thing actually produces ready cooked meals. I mean, not terribly problematic. It's not going to put you out. But a lot of these things, they don't just lay around in the wasteland. And it's really difficult to find an intact Deathclaw egg. I have a very difficult time making Deathclaw egg omelets, but this here collector will just produce Deathclaw omelets for me. That's amazing. Then I got a Deathclaw steak, grilled rad roach. I got 2 of those. Grilled rad toad. I got 4 of those, HP 50. A hot dog. How cool is that? You have a dead Deathclaw that just spits out hot dogs at you. Rad steak times 2 and rad scorpion steak times 2. The only thing that we can speculate is that the Deathclaw probably has a belly full of rad toads and rad scorpions and rad pups and whatnot. And when you hang your Deathclaw corpse over an open fire, magically these recipes just come together in complete, ready-to-eat meals for you. Bethesda realism at its best. All jokes aside, I am not complaining at all. This is an amazing lineup of food. Now let's walk over to my worst nightmare and see what he has produced for us. From the Mirelurk steamer, in the same amount of time, I got 3 cooked soft-shell Mirelurk meats, roasted Mirelurk meat, and smoked Mirelurk fillets times 5. Even though I personally hate this thing, lots of people love the look and the morbid aspect of the Mirelurk steamer, not to mention the goodies that it produces. This will also look incredible in any kind of creepy or morbid camp and any kind of a cooking themed camp. Many of us love running Meat Week and collecting those rewards. If that's you, if you like setting up cookouts and barbecues, lots of people set up chef-centered camps. If that's you, these items will just look extraordinary in your camps. One of my favorite food collectors is the pemmican collector, but all it does is produces blobs of pemmican, which is food that doesn't spoil in the game. And that's great, but even that doesn't compare with these 2 food collectors. If you can get them this week, get them. My friend Deathy is available in 2 locations in the Atomic Shop today and for the next 20 days at the time that I'm recording this. The very first item that popped up today, and the main image never rendered, was the Deathclaw BBQ Bundle. That's where we saw this item for the first time. The bundle comes with a whole bunch of other randomly arranged items. I did not get the bundle. I got Deathy as an individual purchase. You can get it for 700 atoms just as it is. I think that's a much better deal. I'm not a big fan of the Deathclaw BBQ Bundle, to tell you the truth. And the Mirelurk steamer was also still available as an individual item. I hope it's still available at the time that you're watching this. If not, keep an eye out for both this item and Deathy. The Mirelurk steamer I was able to get for 500 atoms, and I think that's a pretty reasonable price for something like this. So there you have it, guys. A very quick, very straightforward review and demo. If you want me to review any other specific item, please let me know in the comments below. I make these videos for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for convincing me to buy this thing. This is one of those purchases that I definitely do not regret. I will be displaying this in a lot of my camps. I'm Noodle Pants, one half of Gaming Aviator. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, stay safe out there, Vault Dwellers.
In the heart of West Virginia, where the shadows creep and sway, lies a land of rusted dreams, where the brave dare not stray. Appalachia, oh, it's a treacherous ride, with dangers untold and no